are live.
Welcome back to Subjectively Correct. Well, welcome to Subjectively Correct. We're doing some changes live here. We're doing it on the fly because we're switching up the little recording software, and we kind of have to hurry because Jake's got he's got a hard out of like an hour. So we're gonna be here for about an hour. We're talking about the if you saw the thumbnail, okay, that pretty much summarizes, I think, both how me and Jake felt after the finale episode of Peacemaker. Or not finale, sorry. Penultimate episode of Peacemaker season 2. And it's not going great as a whole. But we'll get there. We'll get there eventually. So Jake, I know you're working hard over there to try to make
Yep.
some changes. How are you?
Was it filters for browser?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Give me like 5 seconds. And
You can't see what's happening on the stream right now, but
yeah, it'll come in later.
yeah, but we will. So essentially, we're in a scenario here where I'm stalling for time, and this is much like Peacemaker because of all the filler, and nothing happens for the start of the show, and then eventually you get into it, and it seems like it's not going well for Jake over there. He's struggling a bit.
One second.
You want to walk us through what you're doing over there?
No.
I don't know what to talk about. Let's see. I keep
So
getting copyright strikes on my channel, so
it should be good. Am I good to just close that tab after I add it?
what tab?
Like after I add the key tab, am I good to just close it? Because I closed it
Yeah,
and
you
it
should.
went away.
As long as you hit save or done or whatever. I don't.
There's no save or done button, so we'll just see if
Okay.
it works, and if it doesn't, I'll fix it later.
So,
But we should be good.
how how did you feel about episode 7? Right, round 7 of a Peacemaker here.
It was terrible. I mean, like it was just a really bad episode. I thought. It was better. It was significantly better than the last couple episodes. I think just because something actually happened that was technically plot that technically pushed plot points forward. But like it wasn't good. It was just less terrible. I thought the stuff with like his dad and his brother in this episode was like it's like they figured out what a good character development moment would be, and they're like, oh, we might do that, but actually we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do this garbage instead. And then they just
Yeah, I was really loving the Robert Patrick scene where he was sitting there like and he was basically like he's a better person than the one for oh, hold on. This I do have our stream marked as made for kids, and we're talking about Peacemaker, which, despite what James Gunn would say, no. I guess in fairness, James Gunn said it's not for kids, yet somehow prequel to Man of Tomorrow. Just a reminder that Killer Croc having gay sex in a prison with a glowing eyes individual is canon to the DCU before Batman. Want to get that out there. That is confirmed by Lex Luthor. You can get your Killer Croc prison sex action toy set at a Walmart near you. So, Jake, are you going to run out and buy that one? I think they're making a pop figure scene for that.
yeah, I think I'll definitely go buy that one. I really just can't miss out. I have space for it, so it's like I need to lock that down.
Unironically, if they made that, I would put that in my background.
100%, I buy it.
Because of how ridiculous that is. But on top of that, no one's actually watching the show. Conveniently, has not charted on any of the Nielsen's charts, original or like overall at all. Which is like overall, I think at this point a month ago was still K-pop Demon Hunter, which like whatever, you know. Did you watch that?
No.
You didn't? Oh, I don't know.
No, I go
I've heard
outside.
from other anime people it was good. So
Yeah,
it's just the title. Title is so like
so bad.
it's just
It-
like I don't care about K-pop. So,
It's like if they just called it. I know they were trying to not just. I was gonna say they could have just called it Demon Hunter, but then that
yeah,
would have
but that
sounded
sounds too much
just
like
like
Demon
Demon
Slayer,
Slayer.
which we will also talk about briefly later when we get
But
to that
like,
soon. And
it's just
yeah,
bad.
but that was like top of the charts by a while. Terminalist Dark Wolf showed up on there. In fairness, I do think that was partially the 3 episode thing. I don't know if it's still up there. And no no Alien Earth showed up, I think on the 10th spot.
Yeah.
Peacemaker nowhere to be found. Now you can't let the Gun Bros know that, otherwise, I said Creature Commandos was forgotten, and they threw a hissy fit. So you know, don't want to tell them that their live action precious show is also struggling and no one's watching it. The most important thing, in fact, to the DCU. So
Yeah.
now on
Peacemaker.
top of that, it's bad. I thought it was hilarious. Opening scene was out of bio. Remember, we made a joke about like, oh, she's running away from the people. It's like, well, obviously they're gonna catch her because she's fat and would not be able to outrun. And they have a car right there that could chase her down with.
And a
Actually
superhero.
gets away. In
Yeah.
fact, by getting
Also,
into a pool and swimming out of the pool, and then Judo Master electrocutes them all to death.
the thing is, I don't know if you've ever had like a fight with a sibling. If you go into a pool and you're chasing somebody, you just go around the pool to wherever they're getting out because you're slow when you're in water. So all these people chasing her, trying to like kill her or take her back to a camp, whatever they were gonna do, they're not just. Why would they all dive in the pool? There's no reason all the people would dive into the water. It's literally. Also, there was way more people than could fit in like a small residential swimming pool. There was like 50 people shown in different shots, and then there was like 12 people dead in the pool. It was like, how did why and how did everyone fit into this swimming pool to easily be murdered? And it's like,
On
oh,
top of that,
because the writing sucks and the plot needed this to happen.
um, it was like, oh, by the way, the superhero, he got called away at the last second,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Yeah.
now he's on his way back here, and stuff and things.
Yeah. It's like, well, Keith didn't catch her because he left. Why did he
Yeah,
leave? Because his dad called him.
yeah, bro.
It's just like, really?
On top of that, so I mean, it's been talked about. Some people, I know a couple people, actually made the prediction that, in fact, this was white supremacy world.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I won't name drop any, but
Some
let's
really
just say
some really smart analysts.
some clever guys actually made the prediction as well, and you can actually track that. And Jake's display name has been messed up, so I'm gonna fix that real quick. um, and I forgot what I was gonna say. Case in point, one thing that was pointed out when it was like revealed last week about the flag being there is we were like, okay, for like about 50 questions. One is like no one's Zeke Heiling out here. No one is dropping a little 45-degree angle arm. So, can't really be that the Nazis won World War II and they took over, because the NA part in Nazi is national, as in nationalist. Um, so everyone would have an American flag, and they'd be Sieg Heiling, because that would mean Hitler's kind of their like God King. Um, and then it was like, so actually, it is the Nazis won World War II, and the proof that people should be Sieg Heiling is that there's a literal mural on the wall, and it was like that was a funny haha, but it's kind of like, okay, now it's stupid, because the easy prediction, because this is every director, especially James Gunn, it's like it's subversive. It's like you're subverted your expectations, right? It's like literally, it's not that it's subverted, that you couldn't pick up on it, unless for us it was like, it's like there's a lot of white people in the background and there's not a single minority. It'd be like there'd be stuff in the background, and then you can have you didn't even notice. Whereas in this
Mm-hmm.
one, they just didn't put it in.
Yeah,
And then it's like, now
when
it's
it was
revealed.
there.
Now that it's revealed, it's like, oh, by the way, there's a literal mural of
Yeah.
Hitler, and it's like, ha ha
It's like, oh,
ha.
what? You didn't notice this comically large Hitler mural right behind you?
Yeah, exactly.
What?
And then add to the fact that literally the end of season 1, which seems to be, are you just drinking a beer right now, or is that
It's
something
root beer.
else? Okay, sorry, it just got me off guard.
It's root beer.
Add to the fact on top of that literal episode 7 of season 1 of Peacemaker, he literally killed his dad, shot him point blank in the face because he was so disgusted with him by that point. But hey, sure, let's just undo character development. But hey, it seems like we forget season 1 of Peacemaker. Anyway, which
People forget,
while
man.
not great, is so much better than this. I even showed Jake an episode of one of my favorite episodes of Peacemaker season 1, and what was your thoughts on it? Was you like,
It was actually like good. The
it was it's solid.
like it's not the best thing I've seen, but like the humor was actually like it was funny, and it wasn't just like they wrote a joke down. It's like actual situational humor that works for what's happening instead of just like joke time. Like it actually makes sense in the scenario.
On top of that, there was a story. That
Yeah,
pesky old plot thing.
their story. They actually had action. Like in a Peacemaker show, you should have a lot of action
In a superhero show.
in a superhero,
Super
but like
character adjacent. Whatever.
Peacemaker, you should probably have some gunfights going on. Like you should probably be killing a lot of people in the
For
show.
those wondering, I showed Jake the episode where I think it's episode 5,
Kills
where he
the old
barges in
lady.
and he just blows someone's head off with a shotgun.
Yeah.
Because the butterflies, which is that whole pesky plot thing that they established in episode 1 and runs throughout the whole story. That
Yeah,
darn miracle concept of an overarching plot
like,
through a series. Which,
even
by the
just-
way, sorry, yes.
even just comparing like season 1 of Peacemaker to Peacemaker season 2 is like you're capable of writing not just a show with a plot. You're capable of writing this character with a decent plot, decent comedy,
These characters.
good action. Yes, all of these characters. And then now you're just like blatantly choosing to make the same characters suck instead of just making more good stuff. It's like Daredevil Born Again. It's like you've made this character awesome and now you're not for no reason.
Yeah. Speaking of which, by the way, we are officially 6 months away from March, which means we are 6 months away from Born Again season 2. Most likely, I don't know if they're gonna release it. So,
I mean, they renewed season 3, so
yeah, let's go. Peak Devil is back, bro.
Dude,
No one cares about Marvel. There was apparently 20 people streamed Fantastic Four when it got put on Disney Plus, which is Fantastic Four is probably the best structured superhero movie of the year. It also sucks. Don't get me wrong. Most likely the best structured superhero movie of the year.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean, it's terrible, but it was the best structured superhero movie.
Yeah. And no one cares. So
No,
Marvel's struggling. But
no,
I
bro,
think
they got Doomsday. They're good.
well, Marvel Zombies is out. You can watch Marvel's Katie and Shang-Chi through all of episode 1. Apparently, so from what I heard about Marvel Zombies, is it's all Phase 4 characters fighting zombie Phase 1 through 3 characters. So it's the same exact problem every Marvel movie that's had for the last years has had, where it's here's all these characters you don't care about.
Fighting the
Put them in the
characters
show.
you did care about, but they're zombies, so they're bad now.
Put them in the show. Yeah. So what was I about to say? There was this takeaway. First off, okay. So James Gunn's been saying stuff about racist fans if you don't like it, all that, this, that, the other thing. There was a nice little jab at Christians in the episode. It's like, oh, you're Nazis if you like Jesus. Even though Hitler was not actually a Christian, despite that being a popular myth and, whatever. But, we don't have to get into all of the why this is stupid because, what's going to happen is this would get put on if this was on a YouTube video, the Gun Bros. Well, if you're just media illiterate, say so. Don't take it so seriously, bro. It's just a joke.
It's a comic
Even
book, bro.
though James Gunn has told me it's the most important thing to watch after Superman and before Man of Tomorrow, I can't take it seriously. It's just you can't think about it. So
yeah, you shouldn't think about the plot and all that stuff, bro. You should just watch it and then
don't think of that pesky. Don't think of that pesky.
Just turn your brain
stuff.
off and watch it. I'm
Yeah.
frozen.
It's funny. It's hilarious. You'll be back. Don't worry
I'm back. All right.
about it. What was I about to say? Yeah, and it's like so. Then we're back. Somehow we're back to this whole like it's the fans' fault thing. On top of that, it's this it's was I the show sucks. And I was like, end of episode 7. What's the plot? What is the plot of episode 8?
It's just gonna be Argus. Like it's gonna
Bro,
be.
did you
figuring
see
stuff
the
out with
trailer
Argus.
at the end of the like credits?
I just got the what was the post credit? I just got the post
The
credit.
post credit scene was that guy gooning. But there was after that post credit scene, there was like a sneak peek trailer for the next episode. Dude, it looks like a whole damn movie. There's like 40 million things happening in the trailer. They're like traveling to donut dimensions and universes and like dude, what am I? Why isn't none of this was set up ever throughout this whole show?
Hey, it's subverting expectations, bro. That means it's good.
Subversion. That's good. Yeah, you have to actually set something up to subvert something.
Subversion.
What do you know about writing? James Gunn's a genius.
Subversion is the new mystery box.
Subversion's been the new mystery box, dude. The whole MCU is Subversion. Mystery box been dead since 2015, but Subversion's been around since like 2020. I mean, it's been around long before that, but like horrible, stupid Subversion's been around this long.
Yeah.
And James Gunn also can't write a classical character. He only has to write subversive characters. That's always how it is. Or like the freaking dark-minded characters. And so what? Is freaking Captain Hitler going to come back through that portal or something to attack Peacemaker?
Keith, because Keith
That's what
lived.
I meant. That's what I meant by Captain Hitler.
Captain Hitler.
It's like, bro, I don't.
I mean, that's probably going to happen, but I feel like if they were gonna set up like Keith and his dad, like obviously not his dad because he's dead, but if they were gonna set up like the alternate universe people trying to chase Peacemaker, it should have been like episode 6 or episode 7. It shouldn't have been
episode 1.
Episode 7, but I mean like episode 5 or 6. Episode 1, and then have the realistically episode 1 too. But
realistically, you want to set up your plot in episode 1. That's kind of how shows go.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't have to have that be the plot the whole time. It could be the plot the last few episodes.
Dog, you should really have a plot run throughout the whole show. You're so sucks.
I mean, that doesn't have to be the overarching plot. Like, it probably should have been, but
yeah.
It wasn't, so.
Even a show I hate, Invincible. It's like the setup in episode 1. Freaking Omni-Man. I about called him Peacemaker. Omni-Man kills the Justice League, and then it's like, whatever. But at least that sets up a plot that is addressed in episode 8. So it's like there's a plot. It's not a great example, but I'm saying even a horrible show that plot is all over the place like Invincible sets up something in episode 1 that is allegedly there through the next 7 episodes. Whereas this show set up what in episode 1? It was the big setup that he killed him. Did he kill himself at the end of episode 1? Yeah, he killed himself at the end of episode 1, which I guess technically he saw, like, it kind of came back to this whole plot point, but it seems like the plot of episode 8 is Argus is using the quantum unfolding chamber as like a big thing. That wasn't set up ever. It was just set up they didn't want him to open a black hole like in Superman.
Yeah, it was literally like, we don't want him to have this. And they're like, let's do some crazy shit with it now.
Because now they've been told by this guy who is like, wasn't he like the reasonable one in Lex Luthor's crew in Superman?
I think so. He was like,
yeah, but now he's like a germaphobe or whatever, and all this and that, and
I don't know. It was so weird. And then they had the post-credit scene that was like, what did that add?
Yeah, I'm shocked based on this series that he wasn't pulling up pictures of James Gunn's wife. Let's be real, based on how this series has gone. Dude, yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm really looking forward to making a video and just getting like Gun Bros. Well, actually, it's like
subverted your expectations, dude.
I am glad that I don't have to talk about how horrible James Gunn's writing has been until Supergirl. that's a nice solid break in there. After this, I have no clue what I'm gonna make a video about. But hey, we got Peacemaker, and on top of that, I don't know if we're gonna get to this other article, but wait, we'll see it. We'll see how we get there. Allegedly, because this might be a video. Allegedly, Jake is going to make content around Ghost of Yotai. Have you played it at all yet?
I should be streaming tomorrow night. I'm gonna need your help actually to fix my audio, but we can talk about that tomorrow.
Oh, is it the PlayStation audio thing?
Yeah.
So you're gonna need to plug your earbuds into your monitor. That's because I had that exact same problem when I tried to do Mordor. You're like the audio, you can't have it coming through both your HDMI and your computer, so it's weird, but it's pretty easy to fix. You have to we can deal with that another time, but it's pretty easy. So allegedly Jake's streaming that. Black Ops 7 beta has been out last week. I've been having enough fun on that. I think today's the last day. I believe you can play it all the way.
It's like, I gotta fix it.
This guy out here just walking away.
No, I'm.
It's been fun. I've had some fun on it. Takes some getting used to, but that's like every Call of Duty. Battlefield 6 it releases this weekend, I think. I'm not gonna play it, but I know a lot of people are super excited for it. And you gonna play Battlefield 6?
No.
Okay. Well, I don't know why you sounded so-
I'll play Ghost. Dude, I already saw one spoiler from Ghost.
I haven't seen any, so don't leak.
It wasn't an actual plot spoiler. It was just like a voice acting moment where it was like a side character. And it was like really, really good voice acting, and then it was the main character, and it was bad, bro. It was bad. It was
Main
just
character was my biggest. Character is my biggest worry when they announced it of Yotai. So
it was like, no. It was like a
yeah, but
no.
but I don't know if that's the actual because the Japanese version is probably pretty good if you play it the Japanese with English subtitles. So there's always that. Of course, I'm not gonna do that because I'm not a psycho. I'm not one of these like subtitle supremacy people, but I'll do it at some point. Yeah, when I saw that it was a female lead, I was like, it can work because it's a stealth game, but it needs to actually be, there needs to be actual reasoning and not just like, and there needs to be character development, not just like a Mary Sue. Shout out Star Wars Outlaws, which was a Mary Sue. And, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna stream Yotai because once Peacemaker comes out tomorrow, I'm gonna have to crank out a video on that.
Yeah.
Shout out the guy from the post credit scene. Last episode, crank one out, and but I don't know if I'm gonna stream the whole game. I don't know if I'm gonna make a Black Ops 7 video. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do some video about that. The main thing I want to talk about, dude, is anime's killing the box office here. So,
dude,
time to see if Jake's behind the scenes fixing worked here, because
Demon Slayer
I'm screen sharing right now.
Hey, it worked. Let's go.
Nice. There's Jake's doing it live strategy coming in.
We'll do it live.
So, I mean, so many things. So one, Superman very well could end up being. There was a big joke that Superman was going to be like the 11th. It's like it was when everyone was talking about how it's like it's so successful. It's blah blah blah. It's like yeah, it's the 11th highest grossing Superman movie since what. There's actually a chance that's going to end up being the 11th highest grossing movie of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, it's like I think finally people are starting to quiet down on how successful Superman was, because it wasn't.
They can say it was good if they think that, but you can't lie.
Which they're wrong.
They are wrong.
They're wrong based on the story and the plot and everything else.
But that's an opinion thing.
Technically,
at some point, like objectively, it's bad. But opinion, you can say like certain things were good, but you cannot say it was successful
anymore. You can't. You just can't. It didn't make more money than Man of Steel, not adjusted for inflation.
Yeah.
Which, like, the Snyder Bros, which we're not Snyder Bros. I know it's like this huge, the Gun Bros, which Gun Bros wasn't a thing until Superman. I would like to point that out. But now it's clearly a thing. Just go check the comments on my Creature Commandos video. Is the Gun Bros have decided if you don't think Superman is the greatest film ever made, then you're a Snyder Bro, and you're just a Man of Steel glazer. I think Man of Steel has really good scenes in it. It's probably a better movie than Superman. just with some of the stuff in it. It's a terrible movie, and it doesn't help that the thousands of people die without consequences at the end, let alone Kevin Costner let them kids die is a dumb scene.
Mm.
I mean, so many other things. I'm not going to talk about Man of Steel. The point is, they were already going to be like, well, it didn't beat Man of Steel and adjusted for inflation and restored a Snyderverse. The problem is, it didn't beat it not adjusted for inflation.
Yeah.
It's barely
Especially
above.
if you got
It's
into
barely
like,
above the worst Mission Impossible movie ever.
if you got into the real nitty gritty and you were like, if you went down to like tickets sold,
It's even worse. Yeah.
it's
But
bad.
look, the thing tanked internationally for the most part. It kind of rebounded a touch. It kind of almost clawed its way back to 50-50. But that's not how superhero movies normally work. So it's barely above the worst Mission Impossible movie, which sucked. You know, it's 100 million above the third Marvel movie that came out this year. It's a movie that came out after all of the other ones sucked. It lost out to dinosaurs. Lost out to F1, which, by the way, came out before Superman and was behind Superman until like a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And How to Train Your Dragon, a remake. Dragons. Lost to dinosaurs and dragons.
And Minecraft.
Bro, one of the worst movies ever made. That is an abomination of a movie. I don't know how it got. I don't know how it got to 950 million. And then a Lilo and Stitch remake, and then fake China movie that definitely made that much money. But
It's a real.
the thing that it's losing to, because it just got passed by this, is this Demon Slayer movie, which Jake has seen. Correct me if I'm wrong. You, to like fully appreciate, understand this movie, you have to have seen all of Demon Slayer the anime, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
how
you
long? How many seasons is that?
it's kind of weird the split up with seasons. I think it's like 27 hours of content.
Okay. So everyone who was like, well, the reason the Marvel movies have failed is because you have to do all this homework now. No, it's because they all suck. How was the movie, Jake? Was the movie any good? I don't really watch anime, so
No,
I
it
will.
was yeah. So it's 26 to 27 hours for the entire thing.
Okay.
Yeah, which is a lot. No, the movie was good. It's there should never be a world where like a fairly popular anime outperforms a Superman movie. Like Demon Slayer, it's good and it's pretty popular, but Superman is Superman. Like
Everyone could say superhero fatigue all they want, and to an extent, I think we've maybe reached a point where superhero fatigue is a thing with some stuff.
James Gunn nailed it, bro. It's bad movie fatigue.
I think it's
And then
James
he made a
Gunn
bad
fatigue.
movie.
I agree, it is bad movie fatigue. I think it's James Gunn fatigue partially, but I don't think there's a doubt in my mind that Superman, had it been a solid movie, would have got over $1 billion.
No question.
I
If it
thought
was
with it
an
being,
8,
I thought it was going to be an all right movie and it would get 700-ish million. It was a bad movie and got 615 million. That should be enough proof that it's like, if it had been good, it would have been over $1 billion easily.
mm-hmm.
It had an insane word of mouth from the Gun Bros, right? That pushed it to the early people who really wanted to like it, and then watched it, and they convinced themselves they like it, but not enough to go like, it's the best movie ever made.
Yeah.
That like half the people did. They didn't go back and see it a second time.
No, yeah, that's the thing is like a lot of superhero movies that perform super well are from groups of nerds seeing it over and over.
On top of
and
that, it's
over
from
again.
international, which is a big deal.
Yes, it's international, but like a lot of the domestic is people going and see it and they're like, "Oh, this is really good. I want to go see this again with my friends." And they're like, "Shit, we want to see this again too." So they keep going back. Like
And
Dark
everyone's
Knight,
like,
people saw it over and over because it was good.
well, I mean, a better reasoning would be like the first Avengers movie, which is probably a better
Yes.
comparison, which is a movie that came out with no momentum building up to it because Captain America: The First Avenger flopped, and it came out and made over $1 billion. So,
Yeah.
like, if you're like, I saw all of this it was amazing stuff on my social media, you're in an echo chamber, and we all are. I kept seeing that stuff too, whereas like the actual numbers show us people didn't really go to see. Case in point, dude, did you see more praise for any movie this year, Superman included, all this included, more praise than Thunderbolts asterisk? the amount I mean, okay, I see a lot of
so
Superman praise, but Thunderbolts, bro, I'd be convinced this movie made a quadrillion dollars, bro.
Yeah, no, it wasn't
And it's
just
the
like
biggest bomb of the year in
it was like
superhero terms.
people glazing the movie, glazing every character in the movie, and people were they were like, "Bro, Yelena's gonna lead the Avengers. She's gonna be the best character." Like, no one liked the movie, bro. Like, no one
Okay,
watched it.
no,
No
no.
one
People
liked
liked it. People liked it. No one watched it. Is more the thing. And here's the deal. Half the people who did watch it were like, "This thing's pacing sucks. The characters suck. The endings suck."
Yeah,
They should have focused
ending
more
was
on these
horrible.
characters. They should have focused more on this part of the plot. It sucked. The movie is so bad. My video was like 8 minutes on it because I didn't want to talk about it that much.
I mean, dude, the movie had
War of the Worlds, the worst movie I've ever seen, got a 15-minute video out of me. This is the most irrelevant Marvel movie ever. And based off of scrolling on Instagram, bro, I'd be convinced this thing was Citizen Kane 2, bro. It deals with mental health. No, it doesn't.
It really doesn't actually deal with mental health. She's just sad at the start.
She's sad, bro. She's sad because she's like, I want to be a hero because it would make me feel good. That's not a heroic journey.
No. And they spend the entire movie talking about how bad of a guy John Walker is, coming from
4-time Medal of Honor winner John
4-time
Walker, by the
Medal
way.
of Honor winner
5, maybe. I don't remember the 3. Might have been only 3.
who killed a
Case
terrorist.
in point, it's pretty hard to get 1 Medal of Honor. And he got 3.
Coming from Yelena, a spy
Terrorist.
slash assassin
Yelena,
slash
terrorist.
Ghost,
Red Guardian,
murderer,
terrorist.
Red
Ghost,
Guardian,
terrorist.
terrorist.
Bucky's in there, terrorist. Even
Bucky's
as
in
good
there.
as Bucky's been, whatever, terrorist.
Yeah, Bucky's in there, terrorist. He probably shits on Walker the least out of all the main characters.
He still shits on Walker.
He still gets a
Who
couple
are the other
jabs in
characters?
there.
Dude,
The only one
Taskmaster's
is
dead.
Taskmaster,
Doesn't
but
count.
Task Manager dies immediately.
Is there only 5
And
characters?
Yeah, and then there's Sentry.
Oh,
but
Bob, murderer.
murderer slash heroin junkie.
John Walker's a murderer. Yeah, terrorist murderer.
He killed
Goat.
a terrorist.
W Mans. We love John Walker.
We all love John Walker, bro. He
Shout
didn't
out
do
John
anything
Walker.
wrong.
Captain America Wanted for Murder. How it felt to be a John Walker supporter.
Like, seriously, I don't understand how the writers could like
You don't?
okay, I do, but
It's the same exact room that wrote Daredevil Born Again. Remember Fisk sitting there? Do you think LaGuardia sat at this desk? I love LaGuardia.
okay, that's a good point. But what I mean is,
I like Philly cheesesteaks.
as an intelligent human being, I don't understand how you can objectively
Dog, as an
look
idiot.
at these characters and go, yes, John Walker is the worst morally out of all.
He killed a pro globalist. I don't want to get
He
uber
killed
political.
a
I don't want to get
terrorist.
super political right now. Falcon Winter Soldier was a like Black Lives Matter era type show with like all of that politicalness in it, objectively speaking. And you got to do better, Senator. All that the
stop
terrorists,
calling them
the flag smashers are globalists, right? They want wide open, like no borders, all that, whatever. Murder people, bomb houses. One of my favorite editing cutaways is in that Thunderbolts video.
Gotta stop
about
calling them
Thunderbolts.
terrorists.
You didn't have to cut me up. But point is, and so in the point of view of these activist writers, which is what they were, and maybe they're gone. You can say they're gone, whatever. I don't care. They're not gone. They're not gonna just look at every other thing written recently. That is a that is a morally correct person that he murdered.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, he technically did. I would say murder. I don't know I'd have to look at the definition of murder. We'll even say he murdered him.
Yeah,
Still a terrorist.
It'd be murder or like
because the guy was technically unarmed.
because he had just disarmed him.
Even though he was a super soldier, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know that one.
He took. Well, didn't he take the temp juice, the temp V?
He might have.
Have you been watching Gen V, by the way?
I have not.
Okay, good. I don't want to talk about it then. I was just gonna ask you how it's been, but
No, I'll have to ask Garrett about that.
yeah, dude. Look. that's how these alleged writers, who are allegedly professional writers, think that. On top of that, he's a straight white male. Remember, he's a deadbeat dad because they decided to add more
They
to
just threw in the deadbeat dad thing because they didn't
love of
want
the
you to
game,
like
bro.
the character, so they were like, make him a deadbeat.
Yeah, because there
dad,
probably
bro.
was a couple writers in there who were like, he kind of just killed a terrorist,
Wait,
and they were like,
he kind of just
they were
killed
like,
a terrorist. He didn't really do anything that bad. And
and they were like, okay,
no,
make his darkest moment
he's also
him
a
abandoning
loser.
his kid, and then or make him a dark, not even abandoning his kid, just sitting there while the baby was crying, and his wife comes in. It's like, how dare you? And he's like, what do you mean the kid's fine? He's right there.
Yeah, I mean,
Whereas Yelena was her literally getting her friend murdered.
but she's sad about it though. So is he. I mean, like, what are we talking about? Like,
Maybe I'm just bored.
and like the whole thing,
Bro.
well,
Oh my
not the
gosh,
not
that
the whole
opening.
thing.
Bro,
Part
her
of it's, like,
accent sucks.
bro, the accent's so bad. Oh my god. Bro, speaking of bad acting, Peacemaker is so bad, bro. It's
Yeah.
so, dude. Watching Adebayo and Judo Master have dialogue together,
Oh,
I was like, have they ever acted before? Or better yet, have they ever spoken to a fellow human being before? Like, this is painful.
So here's the problem: is I don't know this for a fact. I'm fairly certain, like 1,000,000% of the show. I think it's like 90% though, is improv. So it's not actually written, or it is a script, or whatever, and then they just leave it all in. So there's no like the actual dialogue writing is probably super garbage because they're just like, oh, they'll just improv it.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably just 2 bullet points that are like, this is what they talk about.
I saw a thing comparing like it's the scene in Wolf of Wall Street where Jordan Belfort invites the FBI onto his boat, and it was like there's the actual script showing you the script, and then it's what the characters are saying. It's basically 90% improv, but it actually makes the scene better because they're improving it to sound like a real conversation instead of
They know
typed out conversation.
They know exactly what they're going to talk about, and they're also good actors.
Dog, John Cena is the second best actor in this show.
Yeah.
Behind Robert Patrick.
Which is crazy. I mean, he's a good actor, but like
he did a decent job in season 1. But yeah, bro, it's like these other people are allegedly actors, so
yeah, they are.
You're not pretending well enough.
They are technically actors.
Yeah, and like, so I know we just got completely sidetracked from this whole box office conversation, but dude, this anime movie, it's an anime movie.
Yeah, it's an anime movie
that you have to watch 20 plus hours of TV to fully appreciate.
27 hours.
And I know a lot of this money is international. Still, that's where superhero money comes from. Aquaman did a quadrillion dollars in China, bro. Aquaman sucks.
Aquaman was horrible. It was just at the
right
time.
The first one was like, meh. That's kind of what I walked out of it thinking. I was like, weh.
Bro, all the flashback stuff to him, like,
that's all pretty bad.
Bro, it's so...
And it doesn't really look like Aquaman, It looks like Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much like how Peacemaker. I'm not sitting here like, oh, it's Chris Smith. I think it's Smith. I'm like, it's John Cena playing Peacemaker. It's not Chris Smith as Peacemaker. It's John Cena as Peacemaker. So it's like, I don't know. I think it worked in season 1, but it's like there is no writing in season 2. So
I feel like if I could look at the script, it would just be like, thing happens, they talk about the thing,
funny moment,
cut,
make a poop joke,
penis joke. Get it, everybody? It was a joke.
Everybody laugh.
Post-credit scene.
Or you're a Nazi if you don't find it funny.
Post-credit scene, this guy's beating off in front of people.
We don't have Batman yet.
No Batman, by the way. They made the conscious human decision to produce this pile of shit.
We don't have Jon Stewart or Hal Jordan yet. We don't have Diana Wonder Woman. We don't have Flash.
We don't have Wonder Woman. We don't have Flash. We don't have Batman.
We don't have Hal Jordan or Jon Stewart yet. They'll be in the next series, but they're not in yet.
Freaking Cyborg.
Sasha Bordeaux's a cyborg. She's not the cyborg, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, technically.
By the way,
she is a
completely
cyborg.
saved any chance of. I'm just not gonna say she's a horrible actress now because she is being a cyborg. Now,
They
if
kind of.
if I see her in anything else, I'm gonna assume it's the Gal Gadot effect, where it's like people are just like they just thought that she was so good at acting
No, she's
that
such
she's
a
playing
good
the
actress
cyborg.
that she's like.
Because remember, in
Playing
the
an
first
awkward
Wonder Woman
person
movie,
who's never talked to
the
people
first Wonder
before.
Woman movie, Diana had never seen like men or the outside world before, so it kind of makes sense that she's incapable of talking like a human, and then she's in anything else, and you're like,
Like, oh,
enough champagne to fill the Nile.
Kal-El, no.
What? So if I ever see this actress in anything else, I will quickly rush back and correct myself. Probably the best part of the show, just because she's hot.
I was trying to think of a good part of the show, and I can't.
Robert Patrick.
Robert Patrick is good.
Yeah. By the way, I found out just today his key code he types in on his door. He actually got to choose that. It's to represent his biker club.
That's sick.
Yeah, it's 26, which is like it's booze fighters, so second letter, sixth letter. 101. That's like the club number or whatever, and then he added an extra one because he needed a sixth number. So I thought it was going to be an important part of the show in episode 1 of season 2. But I didn't mention it because I didn't feel like going back and writing down the numbers that he typed. Turns out it was not important, and it was just Robert Patrick sneaking in a little fun fact because why not? But you know, just that I saw it today, and I wanted to point that out. I am gonna watch Tulsa King later, probably, which there has been one episode out of season 3 so far. Robert Patrick also in that. Same character as usual. He always plays the same character. Still good as the same character, much like Frank Grillo. Also in that show, also plays the same character.
Yeah.
Dude, I sent it to Jake, but there was this video Frank Grillo posted on Instagram that just looked like a hostage video.
Yeah, it was so funny.
Which the dude's like 60. He looks incredible for how
Yeah,
old
he
he
looks
is. I'll say
really
that.
good.
I know he's on testosterone, which is not it's not a slight. The dude's old. He's gonna be on testosterone.
Exactly. Like if you're old and you
I don't have a problem
in shape.
I don't have a problem with anyone being on testosterone as long as they're not like sitting there going, I'm a natty. I got this naturally. It's like if you want to get on testosterone, you still got to work out to get muscles if you're on testosterone. It's not like you just shoot in testosterone and all of a sudden you look like Sam Solik. You know, it's like
Yeah, you still have to work hard. It's just the only
you're just
reason,
you're getting a little buff.
I think the bad stigma is just like people lying about it because like
Exactly, and there are other
pounds lean, muscular, and you're like, nah, bro, I'm just not. It's just creatine.
on top of that, there's like some health side effects with them and all that.
Yeah,
stuff.
obviously,
but Robert. Another thing with box office, I'm gonna point this out. Dude, the Smashing Machine, a movie that I was gonna probably see, but dude, I don't know if I'm going to anymore.
Right.
Came out, dude. The thing flopped so badly. It's the third movie of the weekend. Number 1 this weekend, including One Battle After Another, which was this highly advertised thing. The number 1 thing is Taylor Swift album listen party.
Before, by the way, according to her fans, her worst album she's ever made.
2 Warner Bros. Movie, One Battle After Another, and The Smashing Machine. A24 is owned by Warner Bros. By the way, Smashing Machine advertised all over UFC events.
All over.
Like, yeah, they got Joe Rogan endorsing it on the most recent UFC card. Thing tanked. One Battle After Another that I've heard is just straight like woke propaganda. Tanked. From what I hear, it's an Oscar bait movie. Both of these are Oscar bait movies. Both of them have huge budgets. A24, it's an indie film. Yeah, it still cost them like $70 million.
Yeah, it's like an indie film couldn't get The Rock and Emily Blunt for a movie.
It's like, allegedly an indie film. Yeah, but so The Rock's career is just he doesn't have a career. He's probably gonna go back and ruin WWE again. Because that's what happened the last time his movie flopped. After Black Adam flopped, he showed back up in WWE and derailed their whole storyline. Dude. Okay. Look, Demon Slayer passing Superman's insane. Having two big, highly advertised movies get passed up by. Also, number 7 is Avatar re-release. Avatar 2 re-release. The Avatar's got to be a money laundering scam, bro. This has to be money laundering.
People like it, bro.
I can't.
It's good.
I understand people like it. I can't believe that a re-release.
A re-release made. Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Making $3 million?
That is crazy.
What?
That is, dude. A re-release making $3 million is kind of.
It showed in 1,000 less theater. Like, bro, it's got to be money laundering. Even if people like it, bro, $2 billion back to back. Doug, if this third one comes out and they make $2 billion, I'm calling for a federal investigation. The next president I vote for is gonna have to be putting a federal investigation on Avatar. I just don't believe it, bro. It's so weird of a thing. Big blue people.
It's people
like
it's
how
cool. It's cool.
But how do you? I don't understand. Okay, but you know what else is cool? Lord of the Rings. It didn't get $2 billion.
That's true, but I mean,
Superman's
like,
cool.
But this is different. You know what I mean?
It's not though.
It's another
not.
planet. It's different stuff. It's like, oh, new animals. There's like new tribes. Like it's cool.
Money laundering. It has to be money laundering.
It's cool. That's why people watch.
Name 6 characters.
December 19th, bro.
How many characters can you name?
Jake Sully, Natiri, Kiri, Quaritch.
Oh, these are all the same name. They didn't even try to think of anything. Is that 4? Did you stall out at 4?
No,
Ricky?
there's. I mean, I can. Do you want me to keep going?
I was just curious how many you easily were able to think of.
Spider,
Most
Barang, like that.
That's not a real name, bro. These are not real names.
Yeah,
Bro,
they're aliens. What are you talking about? They're not real names.
No,
They're
hold on. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I said name 5 characters, and you did. I'm saying the names are. You said like Quarry, Kiri, Kari. It's like they're like 3. It's like the same name repeated 6 times, bro. It's gotta be money laundering. It's like art. Has to be. Rabbit in a snowstorm cheese.
The art that is a conspiracy. I'll actually get behind. Like,
well, it's not even a conspiracy. It's just true.
That's yeah. I mean, come on.
The CIA used it as a psyop. That's more of a conspiracy, but it is also true. There's a video out there.
We don't need to get off this CIA again, back-to-back weeks. But
CIA doesn't know we're out here yet. No.
That's true. We're too
There's bigger
niche.
fish to fry if they gotta take it. If they gotta take out, they're going after podcasters, and we'll be pretty low on that list.
Too niche. But yeah, I mean, Demon Slayer is absolutely killing it. It deserves it because it was really good. It had, dude. I don't know if you saw it. Channing Tatum voice acted a character for the movie.
I've seen nothing about it.
He did better than I thought he would because like it can be
title really rolls off the tongue. I'll say that.
Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, Infinity Castle.
Okay, well, it rolls off the tongue if you it still doesn't really roll off the tongue. It almost rolls off the tongue if you know how to pronounce it.
It should just be Demon Slayer, Infinity Castle, but the series is Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba. I don't know why it has to be in the title every time.
Technically, it's Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, the movie Infinity Castle. That's the official name.
Yeah, it's also there's like 2 other like movies technically in Demon Slayer, so they're all because it's a show. Whenever they do a movie, it's like Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, the movie, and then the title of the movie.
Guess what? Owned by Sony. Get ready to Get ready to watch the live action remake. It's coming. Get ready to watch the live action Demon Slayer. One season every 7 years. Ruined characters. Are you hype?
I saw like a fake fan cast of it, and it was just like Tom Holland, Zendaya, Timothy Chalamet.
Who's Pedro Pascal gonna play?
and then The Rock.
Who's Pedro Pascal though?
They actually didn't have Pedro. Most people.
Okay. Well, at least we know it's a fan cast. Then it's not real.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a fake fan cast, not a fake Hollywood cast. Those are not the same.
Oh, dude, I hope Pedro Pascal can find a job. He hasn't been working in at least a week.
Yeah, I know. He hasn't had a movie release in like a month. Hope he's doing it.
Coming to Star Wars. Apparently, there's a rumor out there, by the way, that the plot of Star Wars Starfighter is Ryan Gosling is babysitting a Force-sensitive child that he has to deliver to Rey. We might get a Rey cameo in Starfighter. Which, by the way, when I first heard that rumor, for whatever reason, because I honestly hadn't thought about this, my first thought was just how awful of an actress Daisy Ridley was in those 5 movies.
5? 3?
3, whatever. Dude, I was thinking, I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking something.
Were you also
Something about The
including-
Force Awakens made me think 5. I don't know why I said 5, but I don't know why I said 5. But something about The Force Awakens, like TFA or something, made me think 5. I don't know.
Yeah,
But in those 3 movies,
I just, if they brought Rey back, I mean, they know how the sequels went, and they know how fans feel about the sequels.
technically they made, they barely made money. Skywalker did, but they almost got $1 billion.
Yeah, but it's also like reputation. Like no
You know how
one
much
liked
more
it.
sc-
They
you know
watched
how
it because it was
screwed we
Star
are?
Wars.
You know how screwed we are? If, bro, I don't know which is worse. If Grogu and Glumbledark makes money, or if Star Wars Starfighter makes money.
I don't.
It's got to be Glub Shiddle and Glumbledark, right?
Starfighter's going to be better
Will
because
it?
yes, because it's
I
not.
bro, I don't know that we can even say that.
I know it will because it's not a key jingle.
If he is a Force-sensitive kid, it is. He's gonna have
true.
a lightsaber, and there's gonna be there's gonna be that's gonna be in it. I think there's a better chance it'll be good. I don't think either of them will be good. I think there's a better chance it'll suck less.
Yeah.
The problem is if Glumbledork and Grogu makes money, then get ready to learn trilogy. And if Star Wars Starfighter makes money, I don't know what they'll do. That's gotta be worse for Disney if that one makes money.
They might make a Corin Sweat pilot movie because he talked about wanting to play like an X-wing pilot. So go ahead and sign that check.
Hopefully James Gunn's directing it. James Gunn, dude, Kathleen Kennedy's gonna get fired and they're gonna hire James Gunn to run Star Wars.
He's so funny, bro.
You ready to learn Jabba rape movie? Be the first thing he'd make. He would make a Ben Quadraneros movie. That'd be the first thing he'd make. Bro, James Gunn, you know he wants Star Wars. There's so many. Bro,
There's so
James
many
Gunn
goofy
is the
characters,
Glub
bro.
Shido guy.
He is.
James Gunn is literally Glub Shido. that is his key demographic.
Dude, a Ben Quadranaro's pod racing movie would be so
No. If it was
funny,
pod
bro.
racing, it might be fire. He would make a Ben Quadraneros like action movie. Like
Bro.
the Ben Quadraneros of the galaxy, bro.
That's
Starring
it's almost a semi
starring Sean Gunn as Ben Quadraneros and Jennifer Holland as his wife. And any other family members I forgot.
Absolutely.
What- Yeah, bro. Star Wars is so dead. Marvel's dead too. Avatar somehow isn't dead.
Almost everything I've ever liked is dead.
Lord of the
Which is
Rings
just
not dead
depressing.
yet. Harry Potter's not dead yet. On
Yeah,
their
there's-
way though.
there's still time to
They're,
kill it.
they're loading the rifle right now.
Dude, and the worst part is like I've had to live exclusively with the bad stuff. Like I
There's
didn't
more bad stuff.
I didn't get to be alive when Star Wars was coming out. I got the sequels, which was the worst stuff, and then I got to watch Star Wars die. I didn't get to watch Lord of the Rings come out because I was too young, but I'll get to watch them ruin it in 5 years.
And the Rings of Power.
I didn't get to watch Harry Potter come out because I was 2 years old for a lot of them. Like, but I'm sure I'll watch them ruin it. And then Marvel, I got to see some of the good stuff, and then I also get to watch them ruin all of it. So
Hey, you got to watch Game of Thrones.
Our generation literally just gets to watch all the stuff that they love get absolutely ruined and make zero money, and then we're gonna have nothing to watch for the next 15 years. It's gonna be garbage.
I bet they'll ruin anime.
Yeah, no, they'll probably ruin Demon Slayer and
Well, they got to get through video games first. They've been doing a pretty solid job of ruining video games, but they haven't fully taken it over.
They've been doing really well.
So
Star Wars Outlaws, they were like, dude, this is gonna be so good. Never mind, it's garbage.
They'll wrap up ruining video games, and then they'll start adapting video games, and they'll ruin the ones that were good. So the Red Dead Redemption movie is gonna suck. The GTA movie is gonna suck. The Last of Us show sucked. What else could they ruin? There's so much stuff they can ruin. Batman Arkham, James Gunn will probably ruin it.
They could ruin Arkham.
It'd be pretty hard to ruin Arkham.
It would be, but they'll do it. They'll
anime.
manage.
Then after that, anime fans, they're coming for you.
It's the final frontier, bro.
They're on their way. It was video games. That's gonna fall. It's been a war happening for years. They've been trying to ruin video games. They finally broke their way into AAA.
The weebs are the final frontier, bro.
Weebs, it's on you guys.
You guys,
it's on you.
You guys have to stop this.
We need the Japanese guys to just be so horny that anime can't go away.
Well, no, it doesn't. It going away.
We might need to nuke America. This is a joke, by the way. We might need to nuke America. It's a joke, and I'm not saying because it would kill a bunch of people. I'm saying we nuked Japan, and then they made anime. They stopped all that. They stopped all that mass murder and super nationalism action, and then they made anime.
Really good content. Attack on Titan happened because of that, bro.
And also 9/11, Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Coincidence?
I think it was technically filmed before, but it was. Still.
Yeah, bad things happened, good things happen afterwards.
You heard it first. Jake thinks 9/11's a good thing.
That old say. I said bad things happen.
Yeah, I thought we were talking about the Rings of Power. Which I agree, 9/11's probably preferable than the Rings of Power. But hey, it's edgy, all right? I'm gonna get a load of this edgelord. You know what I'm saying?
Hot take guy over here.
Okay, well, Tolkien hated the Lord of the Rings movie. What do you think he would have thought of the? What do you think he would have thought of? He hated the adaptations of for the films, bro. What do you think he would have thought of the?
Bro, he hated
Rings
the single greatest trilogy ever made. If he watched Rings of Power, he'd die again. Rest in peace to the professor. But
he'd probably burn down.
He'd probably come back to
Amazon
life
Studios.
and just like he'd go like Tolkien the White and just start killing studio.
He might John Wick Bezos if he saw it.
Nah, bro, that's Tolkien the White.
Bezos told a story about when he got the rights to it and Rings of Power's getting made, and he was like, his son was like, just whatever you do, don't ruin it, Dad. This stuff's amazing. Do you think his son like told him, is like, dude, you ruined it?
He's like, Dad, what did I tell you, bro?
Or do you think his son was just like, I'll
just
just let him believe it?
It's like, oh my God, Dad, you nailed it. If he read the books, he couldn't possibly think that, unless he's dyslexic. But
he was apparently a huge fan, so
that also might be made up so that people would believe that they would do a good job.
They're on their way to ruin it. That's it. We forgot that one. They ruined James Bond. They're gonna ruin him some more. They took his gun out of They upload all his movies to Prime, and they took his gun out of the pictures. He's holding guns normally. It's just not there. They like AI'd it out of the photos.
All right, we gotta wrap in a minute here.
All right. Yeah, I guess we'll be back next week. We're gonna talk about finally being done with Peacemaker.
Mm-hmm.
I guess
we're back on our nihilism, bro. Everything sucks.
We're gonna be like that at the end of every episode.
No, next week's our last week. We're free, bro. We're free.
Yeah, but then we'll just look at whatever else is coming out. We'll just be like, it all sucks. Everything sucks.
That's true.
Like, bro, just look at the box office, dude. It's the worst top 10 of all time, except for F1. It's barely even in that top 10.
Demon Slayer's good, but it shouldn't ever be in the top 10 of movies.
It's anime. I don't care. I'm just not gonna count it. There shouldn't be an anime in the top 10. We should be like, bro, all this stuff's amazing. Whatever. So, look, we'll be back with that. We might discuss Yotai. I don't know how much we'll have played it by that point. I don't know what else we'll talk about. We're gonna start finding stuff to talk about. So I don't. We'll have to do our MCU thing at some
Yeah, we'll
point.
do our MCU
I have
thing soon.
not been ranking it, but we'll have to do that at some point. We could do Star Wars in there too.
Yeah, we can do
But
an
we'll
MCU.
find
We can do a Star Wars.
we'll find some stuff. We'll find stuff to rate. Maybe we'll get into some. Maybe we'll do some like weird bracket tournament thing or something.
We can do something like that.
All right,
But
but
all right.
that's all I gotta say. Anyway, out there, all the links down in the description.
All the links are in the description. Check
and
them out.
yeah, Jake's allegedly going to be streaming at some point. So,
barring technical issues, I will be streaming tomorrow night, probably around 8 or 9.
No, he's not. And allegedly, he'll make a video at some point, someday.
Should be.
Allegedly, he's not. And I'll probably have a Peacemaker video out by the end of the weekend, hopefully. I really don't know how long I'm going to make it, dude. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to deal with the gun bros coming in. Oh, blah, 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 blah. I know I'm going to, no matter how I describe it, because I'm not going to sit there and lie and be like, it's the greatest cinematic, because it's garbage, trash, pile of trash.
Yeah.
But I'll figure it out, and that'll be my next video. But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to stream tonight or not. I might not. We'll see. All I know is world sucks, and we're black pilled out here, and the CIA is mad that I pointed out the art scandal, according to Jake. So that's all I gotta say. Bye-bye.
Adios. Thank you for watching.